Let me go to another question. In today's Talbot Spy, the Talbot Integrity Project announces campaign to, quote, reset, end quote, the lakeside development. And given the opportunity as a council person, would you support the initiative to reconsider Lakeside, especially with regard to the environmental consequences of its planned wastewater treatment?
I sat down with my 13-year-old son the other day and I said, did you do something stupid? And I said, let's talk about that and let's figure out what we might do differently. I think, yeah, I might be making an analogy. I think what I want from my government is a government that's willing to insert the pause, ask the hard questions, and gosh, if we need to do something differently or change something, we should figure out a way to do that. Because the worst thing that any of us want is for a government to make a decision in haste or with limited information and then not react to the mistake when they know that mistake is in front of them. So that's something that I want from my government.
And his 13-year-old.
And my 13.
So I think what the county council has done as it relates to Lakeside is certainly an opportunity for those that are elected as the next council. Certainly is an example of what not to do in the future, if nothing else. However, within the confine of the law, if there is a way that the new council can revisit Lakeside and make a pivot, I am willing to do that.
Yes. So I'm agreeing with all of my colleagues up here, honestly.
I voted against the S1 designation for Lakeside when given the opportunity to do so, based on Lakeside's connection, reliance on a connection to TRAF's existing wastewater treatment plant, which is discharging 30 milligrams per liter of nitrogen. Yes, it's within their permit to do that. No, that's not acceptable today. That is not the modern technology. It would not be approved today, and we shouldn't accept that. Given the opportunity to revisit that, I absolutely would.
I think that the development at Lakeside has woken a sleeping giant of our population as to the effects of development in Talbot County, as well as the effect of that development on the environment. And I think the new council to be elected is going to have a good task, which is to rewrite the comprehensive code.
Now for 4 years, and I came in with the same goals that I'm running on now, which is really preserving a vision for preserving the rural character of Talbot County. And what that means is, in part, is ensuring that when we grow, and we will grow, is to make sure that that growth happens where we have the infrastructure already in place to support it. That's largely in our municipalities. It is also an emphasis on infill and on redevelopment rather than sprawling across the landscape. I'm good. Look, I do see land use management as one of the most critical factors in the present and future quality of life in Talbot County. Keeping the rural parts of our county rural, keeping incentivizing growth in our already developed areas, in infill development where we have the infrastructure supported, is absolutely key. I walked here tonight. The walkable neighborhoods, walkable communities contribute to quality of life. They also contribute to the environment. It is a strong comprehensive plan. It is a strong comprehensive water and sewer plan, and it is these are the tools that we have to ensure that we do in fact follow that vision for good land.
So I'm going to echo what's been said. The comp plan is the vision for Talbot County. That is the roadmap for development, land use, etc. Ensuring that the Planning Commission can make a decision that is consistent with the plan is very important within the law. And making sure that that decision is enforced and not amended by the county council is extremely important. And I will leave it at that.
I grew up on the eastern end of Long Island, and I saw what the lack of land management did to a community and to an area that was much like the Eastern Shore of Maryland when I was first living there. Smart growth's a good idea, comprehensive plan is a good idea, because I certainly don't want Talbot County to become Long Island, and that's where it's headed unless we really focus on these issues. And as far as the smart growth plan, part of the problem is that the county doesn't have enough power over it. It's delegated to the towns, and there's little that the county can control over it, which Lakeside is an example. So what we have to do is make sure that the county can have input, because that smart growth is going to result in development in towns, and then the county is going to have to pay for the infrastructure. Not a good idea.